Fuck. Let's go. Get it. Okay guys, so today we're going to do a little bit of shoulders with Conor Carlson. As you can hear my voice, I'm fluid, I'm stuffed. So this is coming up to about 12 weeks now of me pushing hard in the gym, work. I'm going home to Ireland tomorrow and I'll be going home for 2.5 weeks. It's a well-needed break. So still training, still going to be dieting as normal, that's not going to change. But I am going to change my workload, and I'd advise it to anybody that gets a little bit run down, just overtraining, whatever, life sometimes. But this is our last big session. We're going to train with Conor, as I said, shoulders, going to have a bit of fun with it. Conor's very educational on each exercise, so it's going to be like a little bit of an eye-opener for me as well. So I'm going to enjoy it, but as I said, traveling tomorrow. This is a well-needed break. So, been working hard, moved out to Dubai about 6-7 months ago. This is like my first time home, so I'm going to enjoy it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. The next video will be in about 3 weeks' time. A little bit more of a hold-up this time with me traveling. But yeah, shoulders with Conor. Hope you enjoy it, guys.
Essentially, Sean said, take you through the working. So what I've been doing the last few months has been pretty much like a mixture of like two popular training techniques. So you may be familiar with like your low volume, high intensity, which is like your 2 working sets, top set, back off set, and then also like a high volume approach where it's like just a lot of reps, a lot of sets. I think there's a nice middle ground between the two, so that's what you'll see here. So I do like the idea of like a 2 working set approach. I think from a mental standpoint, focus is on a way better level. But I think if we're just doing 2 sets of like 8 to 10, I think there's some drawbacks there in terms of not getting to the level of intensity we need, really high on central nervous system fatigue, etc. So adding in intensity and volume within the 2 sets is a nice approach. So that first set, we just did a very straightforward kind of 8 to 10. This time we're going to do a 10 plus 5. So it's adding in volume, adding in intensity within the session. I've talked about it now, so I won't explain what a 10 to 5 is, but you'll kind of see what we're doing. And yeah, it's essentially just the way we're going to make things today.
We'll see.
Yeah, so it's 5. Come on. Big drive, all you, not touching.
There's a fucking place.
Big drive. Slow. Head stop, drive, good. Slow. Head stop, drive it. Come on, you two. Slow. Head stop, drive it. Slow. Dead stop. Drive. And get it. Good.
You just bring me here. What I like one.
Tell me why.
Yeah, good. Good one.
That's 12. 24 is going to seem like a fucking deck.
Should have done 6.
Fuck. Come on. Good. Good. Wow. Let's go. Rest till we get there. 12 to go. Break into 2 6s.
Sounds better.
Let's go. 6. 4. Big two. Big one. Drive it. Okay, rest. Rest the plane. Finish strong. Big 6. Let's go. Good. Big two, big two. Good. Yes.
Fucking hell. I love training shoulders, but fuck, that volume. Your volume just kills some of you. I'm a big believer in staying in the rep as long as possible. What's your take on that? Even with some power sets, everything has its place obviously as well. How do you think it converts over to like bodybuilding with power sets and then just time under tension?
Yeah, I think in terms of like positioning and stuff, I think like where you place them in the workout can be like really beneficial. So what we're doing now, we started with a shoulder press, which the aim was kind of like heavier weight, lower reps, then we started there. Moving on to lateral raise and coming back to press. If our goal here was like as strong as possible, it wouldn't really make sense. So what Sean said, like really likes like time under tension. So actually us positioning something like that in one of these sets, we're like, okay, let's do a set where eccentric is 2 seconds more, the pause is 2 seconds more. And let's not worry too much about load, but more time under tension. So we're getting a balance across the workout, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and do you believe as well that it plays an important role in all muscle groups? Would that come into play on legs, chest, arms, or what way would you look at that?
Yeah, to be honest, I pretty much treat them all pretty similar. I definitely think there's muscle groups that respond better to higher volume. So something here like shoulders, I just love to like obliterate them with volume. Maybe if we're looking at something like chest, I actually might do a bit less. I feel chest is something that a lot of people can train, but they're not really training their chest as good as possible. Their shoulders are taking over a lot of the movement.
Yeah.
So being mindful of like, okay, if you're positioning a lot of volume, is the like connection with the muscle actually still really good? Because I know for me, if I was on my 10th set of chest press, good chance I'm not really feeling like too much in my chest anymore, and I'm compensating with other muscle groups.
Yeah.
I can get away with that in shoulders, probably couldn't on something like chest, maybe hamstrings, etc., etc. So I do believe that you can definitely incorporate a bit of everything, but just being mindful that volume on some muscle groups might not work as well as others.
Yeah, cool.
Good. Finish strong. Great. Okay, so next set, what we're aiming to do here is like a lot of time under tension. So reps, we're only kind of aiming for about 6. We're dropping the weight, and what I'm going to try to do is a 5 seconds down and a 2-second hold at the bottom, and then drive up and a slight pause at the top. So it's a really long rep compared to like a standard rep. And again, on Sean's point, this is the time in the workout where like something like this can be incorporated. So we're getting reaping benefits of a lot of different kind of styles.
I do find like training with you, Conor, and other guys as well, all of you train different. But even when you're lifting heavy, it's impossible to ego lift because you will always throw in something like pause set.
Yeah.
Or slow negative. So even if you're lifting heavy,
Yeah.
you always have to be mindful of what weight you're using, that you can still carry on to something else.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that's even in a few ways. I think one, I literally don't care like what someone thinks I'm lifting. Like, and I think having that mindset going in and only caring, like I think it's like a lot of people would be embarrassed if they were lifting a 5 kg dumbbell for lateral raise and it looked difficult. They're like, oh god. I'm like impressed with someone if I see them lifting really lightweight and it's really challenging for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they know how to train properly and they're executing that to such precision and with the tempo, and they're still making such lightweight look really difficult. So try instead to kind of approach your training that way. Be like, this is light, how hard can I actually fucking make it? And that's a really good way to train.
Yeah, another little topic as well. For anyone that's in the gym and you're starting out training and all of a sudden you can like nearly full stack a tricep extension, whatever it may be, and there's a bigger guy or whatever in the gym lifting half the weight, just have a little think about why he's doing that. Better form, slower tension, time under tension. But bodybuilding is not what you lift, it's how you lift, isn't it really?
Yeah, 100%. And I've definitely been caught up in that before. Where I've just been chasing numbers with a logbook. And don't get me wrong, like, it is important to be progressing your lifting, looking to get stronger. But yeah, not to a degree where every week has to be an increment in increasing weight. So even like what I deal in, and I'm sure Sean has as well with clients, something like a lateral raise, when if you're with a 2.5 kg dumbbell and next increment's like a 5 kg, and you're like, fuck, that's a big increase. 2.5 feels a bit easy, but 5 kg is like really heavy. It's like, what can you do instead? With the 2.5, just make the tempo harder. So instead of just doing like a regular rep, be like, okay, I'm actually going to hold it for 2, and I'm going to do a 5-second eccentric. So now all of a sudden you're still using the same weight, but you made that weight a lot more challenging in the rep. So don't always feel it has to be weight. Like, look at kind of what you're doing and how you can make that more challenging and progress from that.
Compete again? What's your next comp? Do you think you'll do it again, or what's your story?
Yeah, so this year I'm kind of, so for me, so what month are we in now? We're in December, so last November was the last time we competed, so like 13 months ago. So for me, competing, I was at a point where I had to make a good bit of improvements, and from kind of past history, I've kind of competed every year, so consecutively kind of like every November. And based on my last result, I was like, okay, if I just take that much of an off season again, I'm not going to get to the level of improvements I need. So I was like, okay, I need longer than a year because I know I won't get the full look I want in 1 year. So that's been 12 months ago. I have no immediate plans to compete in 2023, but definitely something I'm not ruling out. So usually the way I do, get in a good groove for the first few months of the year. Over the summer I'll kind of see how I'm looking and potentially plan a show for back end of next year if I'm to do one.
To the like of us that look at Conor, you'd say he's ready tomorrow, but Conor's competing at a high level. So you obviously know the different levels and tiers, and you competed in the US, didn't you?
Yeah, the US
so
last year, yeah.
Obviously there's different levels, so.
And I think everyone has kind of understand what your feedback is if you do compete, or if you diet and you know you want to compete. If it was for me, if I was just like, I had enough muscle, but I didn't come in condition, that's a very like short-term fix. I could be like, okay, I can compete in 2 months and I can be peeled, so I could just compete. But for me, it was like my density, so my overall size, my thickness, my density, that's what I needed to work on essentially, not condition. So that's a long-term improvement. So I needed to take a lot of time out to actually get where I wanted to get to.
And you're a men's physique?
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you choose men's physique?
So no, I just kind of liked, I think when choosing a category, one, you want to be competitive, but two, you want to actually you want to admire the people on stage. So if you look at a category and you're like, fuck, I love that look, like I'd love to look like that, that's a good aim for you to aim for. Don't just do a category because someone says you should do that because you're suited to it, and you might not even like the look. So that's a huge thing for me. I actually really like the men's physiques. And secondly, I think it's the one I could be most competitive in. So it's like a double win.
Yeah, you're building a physique you actually love.
Yeah, exactly.
That's most important as well. Yeah, guys, so that's us. We did shoulders today, 10 session volume with Conor. I'm going to try and link up with Conor. I'm going to put him on the spot here, so he has to do it. I'm going to try and link up with Conor more often. Going to put out YouTubes with Mark, obviously, every 2 weeks. Yeah, so if you're able and willing,
oh yes,
definitely get you
back.
back.
Back after Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm going to go home to Ireland tomorrow. Need to take a break, good 2-3 week break, and then we'll be back as normal and get Conor back on. But guys, that's it. Appreciate it, Conor.
Peace.
And I'll see you again.